It's a bit of a hill.
His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere.
A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
Did you see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more. Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
Welcome inside the Parkview Sport One Ice House for the second game of our high school hockey doubleheader here tonight on Saturday. Today we've got our second game is the Carroll Chargers and the Fort Wayne Vipers. Should be quite the matchup here between two teams that I think are playing pretty well at the moment. But before we get into any preview, let's get a quick word in from our sponsors that allow us to come out here and do these games. First of all, we'd just like to remind you that today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with the over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, reliable. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at the Big Eyed Fish. You're invited to join ProFed Credit Union, where we get to know you to better serve you. Sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a branch. Join ProFed today and start owning your financial future at profedcu.org. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process, from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Our players are equipped with elite level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business, a system and a solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. El Azteca Mexican Restaurant has been a Fort Wayne favorite since 1973. El Azteca Mexican recipes are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Visit elaztecarestaurant.com. iCryo specializes in whole body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out Jalen Smith's signature location on Coliseum Boulevard by Blaze Pizza. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about our services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Well, as I mentioned, today's game, the second of our two, is going to be the Fort Wayne Vipers taking on the Carroll Chargers. Brandon, Carroll coming off a big upset win against Homestead on Wednesday night, a big 4-3 win. What are you looking for out of the Chargers tonight? They're going to continue to have success here against a strong Vipers team.
Well, one thing's for sure, they're going to look to continue to turn to player Simon Leininger, who came off a big game last week. 3 goals for the hat trick and pretty good secondary assist, good play movement, puck movement by the Chargers. Obviously, one thing that I would hope they would do a little different, maybe kind of spread the scoring out, because as I mentioned last week, what happens if, Leininger has an off night and you relied on him to do a little bit of goal production? The only thing I really want is to see out of the Chargers right now. They played a great game. It's just kind of spread out the secondary scoring a little bit, because like I said, if one person, if their leading goal getters having an off night, and the secondary scoring's not there, it could easily backfire on them.
Yeah, one of the players on Carroll that could step up and provide some scoring tonight could be Devin Perry. Was out Wednesday, still yet to be seen if he's going to be out here tonight. We'll see as the Chargers are taking the ice. But no doubt one of their big scoring players, also their captain, so having him gone would be a potentially large loss. I don't see him quite yet as the team comes out onto the ice. So continuing on that theme, Brody Burge, one of the standout players from Wednesday, 2 assists. So maybe he starts potting some goals here as well.
I can see Wallem in there as well for Carroll, trying to get some big numbers put up.
Yeah, absolutely. Wallem been a little bit quiet so far. He had a goal and an assist in the opener, but nothing really happening for him on Wednesday night, so we'll see how that translates. Now for the Vipers, they're 2-0 coming off 2 games against Leo. The story for them is probably going to be the chemistry of Trevor McKinnon and Jared McKinley, 2 guys at the top of the scoring race. Trevor McKinnon, we mentioned in our earlier broadcast, leading the league with 4 points, 3 goals, 1 assist, leading the league. And then Jared McKinley, his line mate, 1 goal, 2 assists for a total of 3 points. Those two really drive the bus here offensively for this Fort Wayne Vipers team, Brandon.
Yeah, as you were talking about Trevor McKinnon and Jared McKinley, they're big-name goal productions here for the Vipers here. McKinnon leads the league right now, 3 goals and an assist for 4 points. Going to look to see him continuing his good streak. The McKinley also in there, 2 goals and an assist. But they're getting some good production all around. I mean, I only count Brown, Scott, Spear. I only count like 4 or 5 players, I think, outside of the goaltenders who don't at least have a point in some form of fashion.
Yeah, scoring definitely a strong suit for the Vipers. Austin Ormsby out there today. I think this might be his first game. I can't recall if he was out there on a Wednesday night or not, but another scoring threat for the Vipers. They also have one of the stronger goaltenders in the league in Steven Yeiser, leading the league with a 1.5 goals against average, but just 28 saves, Brandon. He's probably going to face a few more shots in this game here, and he could be a big difference for them right now.
Yeah, obviously, I think Leo probably only had about, excuse me, maybe 10 shots max last week, or I guess Wednesday. But Steven Yeiser, definitely he coming in big, obviously looking to continue. Looks like they picked up goaltender Michael Hall, actually, from Homestead. Yeah. I see him on the roster. I think he was with Homestead last season. So, I mean, they got a pretty good pair there in goal. Obviously, on the other spectrum, I highly anticipate after the performance he put up on Wednesday, I highly anticipate Jared Reinhold that can try to throw in the net again.
Yeah, I would also assume the same. Jared Reinhold really was huge for Carroll in the first and second periods on Wednesday night, turning away a lot of quality scoring chances. His battery mate Carson Carteau got the start in the opener, but was pulled in relief in the second period. And like you said, Reinhold had a great game on Wednesday and did a solid job in relief that first game as well. He's running with a .932 save percentage right now, so clearly in pretty good form at the moment. So we'll have to get final confirmation on that decision. Another interesting thing will be, you mentioned Michael Hall. He's a player that has some experience. I think played 2 years for Homestead, and I think he was on the JV team actually last year. This will be his senior year. So we'll see if he maybe gets the start here for the Vipers. I wouldn't anticipate that, but you never know. When you have 2 strong starting goaltenders, you might go ahead and give the second one a shot. But we'll step aside briefly here as the warm-up starts to wind down. You're watching Indiana High School hockey on SummitCitySports.com.
About the place that it put us, and the quarantine hit, and we knew we had guys that were going to work hard at home, but just the idea that we could get a lot of them together working hard at a location with people that know what they're doing was really beneficial. And I think that training did a great job for those guys to kind of get the ball rolling for them, and they came back in the end of June, early July, and it's like they hadn't missed a beat. They're flexible, they're fast, and ready to lift and run and start playing football, so it was a huge benefit for us.
To gain an edge on your competition, it starts with a free one-on-one performance assessment. Call 260-266-4007. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in.
Welcome back as the warm-up continues to wind down here and we get you set for puck drop. We'll just take a brief look at the standings here in the Fort Wayne High School Hockey Association. For the time being, the Vipers lead the league with an undefeated record of 2-0 and 4 points. Following them up in second place are the Carroll Chargers, a 1-1 record for 2 points. And then also with 2 points, but with 3 games played, is the Homestead Spartans, 1-2. We saw them earlier today lose to the Leo Lions. That's a losing streak of 2 games here in league play for them. We'll see how they rebound in a rematch with our 4th place team, the Leo Lions, on Wednesday. The Lions 0-3 now. Was actually, 1-2 now. So a
picked up a big upset.
Yeah, big win for the Lions, who have had a pretty strong showing here in the early part of the season through the first 3 games. They're down there as well with 2 points. So Vipers, a good opportunity here to extend that lead to 2 games for first place, which could loom large as the season starts to progress. They're definitely going to be looking to lock down that number 1 seed. So it will be Jared Reinhold, it looks like, in net for the Carroll Chargers. Again, that .932 save percentage, a 3.05 goals against average. And it looks like it's going to be Michael Hall attending the net for the Vipers today. Potentially, as the entire team is going to go to the bench. It looks like we're going to have the national anthem, so we'll have to wait official word until after that is done. So we'll open the mic up and listen in here for the national anthem.
Check. Actually, looks like it's going to be a... So coming in, your starting goaltenders now for the game tonight. Starting goal for the Carroll Chargers. Looks like it's going to be Carson Carteau.
Yeah, Michael Hall on the other end for the Vipers. A couple of surprising decisions here out of the coaches, but you know what? I'm all in favor of it. We love getting to these other goaltenders' opportunities. I would argue that Carteau and Reinhold are probably going to about split starts 50-50 this season. Carteau, I think, was the goaltender that got the start in the city championship game last year, so obviously they have a high degree of faith in him. Michael Hall, like we mentioned, an experienced goaltender, so we'll have to see what happens here. The Chargers still rocking those Veterans Night uniforms, and why not? There's some good-looking uniforms. Our referee tonight is going to be Chris Chappelle. It looks like the same crew from our earlier game today, just switching around who's wearing the orange stripe.
That linesman Dan Schiebel and Sam Bennett. It is Bennett, but I think his first name is Sam. I have to double check on that for further future games when he works.
Yep, same starting forward line for the Chargers. Burge, Blakely, and Leininger. The Vipers are going to go with a former Summit City Panthers line of McComb, McKinnon, and McKinley. As the puck is into the Carroll zone, Demiri is going to start the breakout. It's to Leininger on the far wall. He's under pressure from McKinley, who takes it away and chips it immediately back into the corner. We'll try and win a foot race with Tigner. Bodies him off. Burge rims it around. Nobody there except for DeGroot will take it over. Walk the line. Fires. That one is going into the corner. Now McKinley with it again. Tries to feed McComb in the middle. McComb goes into the corner and will circle back. Up top for Christian Brown, I believe. McKinnon can't connect on the pass. DeGroot to fire. Now Christian Brown pitches down on Leininger. Holds it in. But Blakely gets it off the stick of McKinley. Shot is deflected by Carroll, and they're going to have to ice the puck here. And a great start for the Vipers. 45 seconds in, and they already had full control of that game.
Yeah, definitely a great start. Real quick note here, I'd like to take a moment on apologizing here, as I did mess up a couple names from last week. Jackson Bertels, I got it written down here, and Darcy Kosh. So once again, I do apologize on those mispronunciations last week, but definitely a good start for the Vipers here as the Carroll Chargers win the draw.
Blake Ridge with it now. He sends it off the stick of, onto the stick of Chris Woolen. A weak backhand pass finds his teammate Ringenberg. He'll chip it in, where the forecheck is on for the Chargers. The Vipers now will just send it all the way down, and it will become an icing. Of course, those mispronunciations, feel free, any parents out there, if we're mispronouncing your child's name, feel free to stop by and let us know. And we'll make sure to get those right. And hopefully I don't continue to mess them up, or Brandon. We'll see. Might take some time, but we'll get them down. Woolen steps into the draw for the Chargers. Tied up, but it'll come to Ringenberg. He fires high off Hall. Rebound in front. Reasoner comes away with it for the Vipers. He'll skate it ahead and send it down for another icing with 13:43 to go in the first period.
So what went from a strong start here for the Vipers is now turned into icings right here, as they're having a little bit of difficulty getting the breakout underway here.
Yeah, we'll see if Ormsby can win this draw cleanly from Woolen and start this breakout. He does. It's rimmed around where Reasoner tries to get it. He will hold it for now. Under some pressure from Ringenberg, he looks to send it backwards. It'll be picked up by his defenseman. Ormsby now has it at the blue line. He has to retreat a little bit. He'll try and bring it forward himself. Dodges two, sends it away where Reasoner's not there. Taken away by Phillips for Carroll. Woolen has it now in the referee's crease. Reasoner takes away from him. Woolen kind of just standing there.
I don't think he knew he had it.
Probably not, but Woolen has it now as the Viper defenseman change.
That's Davies, I believe.
Yeah, here comes Carroll. Cuts to the middle, deflected away by Hall. That's Spencer DeGroot bringing it ahead. He fires one through. It's off the stick of Clanky, so it won't be an icing. Carteau will leave it for Phillips. This is a forwards change, and he'll set up a controlled breakout. The tip by Ringenberg goes straight to the stick of John Spear, and now Phillips again with it. Deflected off of the stick of Koch. Vipers a forecheck. Spear can't hold it in at the wall, but it's fired back in. Now it's Demiri bringing it to center. He'll fire it in. Excuse me, that was Tigner. And now Rice retreats for the Vipers. He takes a hit from Burge. Blakely on the scene. Burge tries to take to the net. Can't do so. Leininger is forced to back check. And the chip from the Vipers gets them into the zone. He's got Koch with him. Can't get it to him as it's broken up by Carroll. Rose sends it down low where it's picked up by Spear. And now Leininger takes over. That's Christian Brown falling for the Vipers. Jared McKinley's back. He'll fill his spot. And Simon Leininger chips it in, but is met by McKinley. He'll lay a body on the Vipers defender. The pass is tipped through. Almost a goal there, but fended off by Michael Hall. John Spear tries to chip it ahead to McKinley. He's got some time and space, but Burge back checks hard on him. Gets around one. Forehand shot stuffed at the back of the goal by Carson Carteau. 11:40 gone, still a 0-0 score here.
Good job by Carteau, following McKinley all the way to the side and sealing the ice with the left pad there, making sure that there was no gap for the puck to squeeze through as we have a face-off inside the zone.
McKinnon with it now. He'll send it down low where Phillips picks it up for Carroll. He tries to go against the grain. Woolen picks it up now in the corner. He's bumped off by McKinley, but gets it up to Brown where he keeps it for the Vipers. Phillips now there. McKinley closes him and bumps him off the puck. McComb there for the Vipers, turns it back inside the zone. McComb with it again now on the half wall. Sends it down low. Phillips there battling with McKinnon for the puck. McKinley joins the scene. It comes out to McComb. He'll take a second, then try and backhand one through traffic. Nobody there. McKinley tries to battle home for a rebound, and Carteau sweeps it up. Brandon McComb a little hesitant there to shoot the puck.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, he should have just ripped it right there as soon as he got it, but decides to hesitate on it. And I don't know if it was just rolling on him and he didn't feel comfortable with it. You know, sometimes when it's flipping edge and everything, you know this better than me. Sometimes you can't predict where it's going to go.
Reasoner now gets it out to DeGroot. DeGroot forced to backhand it into the corner where Smith is on it for the Vipers. Battle in the corner. Reasoner comes away with a low shot is turned away by Cartel. Ormsby recovers, sends it down low, hard, where it looks like Smith is going to get it for the Vipers. He fires at the net, blocked immediately. Ormsby almost gets one on goal. They'll come out to the point where Blake Ridge just barely held it in, but it went straight off Ringenberg. He's on DeGroot now. DeGroot handles that pressure and turns it up to Demiri, where it's taken over by Carroll. Now the Vipers behind their net. Smith on it. He's going to take a hit, but he gets it up to Ormsby, and here come the Vipers. 2-on-2. Ormsby down the right side. Dangles around one. That's Clanky. Ormsby with it behind the net. Cuts back. He's got Reasoner with him on the back of the goal. Can't get the puck to Smith. Now here's Scully. He looks. He fires. That one's deflected in front. Now Ormsby gets it down low to Reasoner. He's got space. He gets it all the way out to Scully. Scully's got time to shoot. He does so, and snared in the glove of Carteau.
Good job for Scully using the screen out in front, kept it along the ice, possibly looking for a redirect. But also a good job by Carteau is when he made the stick save, he angled his stick to where the puck would roll off it and go into the glove for an easy catch on the glove. So, I mean, we pretty much got both spectrums covered. You're with the player aspect, me with the goaltending. We got both of these knocked down a little bit.
Just that extra insight. Rice fumbles it, and here comes Carroll. There was potentially a penalty, not going to happen. It's shot straight in to Michael Hall. Apologies, folks, if I'm slow on some of these Carroll names and numbers. Those USA numbers, as cool as they might look, are kind of difficult to make out from a distance.
9:47, still scoreless.
Holland loses the draw. The rim is there for the Vipers, just squeaks out where Demiri will have it. He looks to go D to D across. It's up the wall now, and Carroll's in the zone. Holland can't connect with it, and now Rice has it again. He chips it up. It's battled for by Koch. Still in. Here comes Fiedler for Carroll. He walks to the middle, and a shot is off of Michael Hall right in front. Coach has it now looking to break out. He chips it straight to Demiri where he'll keep it in. He walks down the line. Now he'll cut to the middle. Looks for a shot. Traffic in front. It's deflected away. Now Coach again in the corner. He circles behind his own net. Looking for a breakout option. This handles the puck for a moment. He's pressured away from it. We're going to have a penalty. And it's probably going to be
hooking.
A hook.
So a good job there by the Chargers. Applying the pressure. Unfortunately, a penalty is going to be drawn on Fiedler. So the Vipers will have the early power play.
It's been an effective power play for the most part so far for the Vipers. We'll see if they can keep it going. Ormsby out there. He's going to be an extra weapon for them. He's playing defense with DeGroot. It's another good line up here. But Carroll also had a pretty good penalty kill against Homestead as McKinley brings it across. They'll slow it down and set it up. McKinley had been playing that defensive position on the power play until now. McKinnon has it. He's going to look far side. Gets it to Ormsby. Just misses his skates. Now Ormsby will circle it back. He'll settle down. Now McKinley's got the group back door. Gets it to him, but he fans on it. Score! Reasoner, as the puck squeaks through into the front of the crease, Reasoner has all day to bury it, and he does. And 25 seconds into the power play, and the Vipers are going to go up 1-0.
Get the replay here. As you can see, a good shot, just kind of rebound here. I'll kind of back it up a little bit here. That was a little short. We'll take another look at that one more time here. So you see it's at the side of the net. The group fanning on the shot, but it rolls. It continues its momentum and rolls onto the stick of Reasoner for an easy backdoor goal. It's 1-0 Vipers off the power play.
Yeah, good start for the Vipers, wasting no time on that power play. Just 25 seconds gone on the power play. Got 8:39 remaining here in the first period. As Burge tries to have it for the Chargers, it's smacked to the near side where DeGroot tries to play it ahead. Phillips takes over, right back to DeGroot. DeGroot carries it across the line. Phillips has it now again. Backhanded up to Blakely. He tries to get around Christian Brown, does so, but Michael Hall plays it for the Vipers. Got to recover to his net as they get the bounce off the Zam. Stays in the Carroll zone. Viper zone, excuse me. DeGroot on it, but it's taken by Burge. He fans on a pass in front and goes into the Zam corner. Spear pressures Leininger. Leininger cuts back, and DeGroot knocks him down, and here come the Vipers. Spear has it. He's going to try and go wide on Phillips. Cuts to the middle. Into the corner now. He tries to pivot, taken off the puck by Burge. Puck is played out of the zone, back to a Vipers defender, and it's dumped in again by number 60, Michael Scully. Phillips starts to break out for Carroll, but Leininger can't handle the puck as Reasoner is there immediately. Now Owen behind the net with token pressure from Ormsby. Leininger on the half wall, backhands a pass to the stick of Ormsby. Ormsby will chip it ahead. Reasoner's there, but he can't quite get it to his teammate on the far side, Smith. Leininger has it under pressure from Ormsby, cuts back. He finds another Viper player waiting for him, where it's taken away by Smith and batted into the corner. Phillips with it now. He tries to bring it ahead, but he's under pressure. He'll bump Smith off of it, who had already chipped it back down, where Woolham gets it for Carroll. The stretch pass is off the stick of Ridge, and as Scully falls, Greenberg's going to have a chance to take this one over. Going behind the net, Reasoner meets him there, and now it's cleared by Scully. That one's going to go all the way down and will become an icing with 6:55 off on the clock still, and a 1-0 lead for the Vipers. It's going to come all the way down into their zone where Woolham will step in for the Chargers.
Great start by the Vipers, obviously getting that power play goal. Definitely want to work on these breakout chances here, as probably about 40% of them are leading to icings.
Woolham and McKinnon step in, opposing centers. Ties up. The Vipers will have it. McKinnon with it. He's going to rim it all the way around to McKinley. McKinley's got an option to McComb, holds onto it for now, and he cuts to the middle and gains the red line. Goes to McKinnon as they enter the zone. McKinnon puts on the brakes. Will walk it to the top where Brown walks down, fires, and into the glove of Carson Carteau.
Good job there by Carteau coming out, challenging the shot from Brown. Definitely want to see him have a more of a centered thing, as I think he might have been off by a couple instances by his save, as he had to kind of bring the blocker and the glove up at the same time to gather in the rebound. Probably just maybe an inch off the keeping the shoulder square on the shot.
Carroll wins the draw. Phillips under pressure from McComb tries to break it out. He's bodied off, and McKinley gets it, but it goes to an open area where it's taken over by Woolham. Brown with the stick to keep it in. And McComb now with the stick to do the same. McKinley a shot, fumbled around, and they score!
I think that was accidentally batted in by Carteau, trying to swing it off out of the air.
Yeah, we'll have to get a look at it, but that puck was definitely confusing him with some of the weird spin on it. McKinley didn't really get all of that one, but it gets up and over and into the goal regardless, and now his team's going to be up 2-0 with a couple of quick ones, probably no more than 2.5 minutes apart.
Yeah, I think that was either Carteau or that defenseman that was right there that accidentally might have knocked it in, as it's 2-0 in favor of the Vipers, just like that.
Carroll on their heels early as Blakely steps in against Ormsby. Ormsby wins it, and it'll be played by Rice. Up the wall, straight to Simon Leininger of Carroll. Now Burge with it. He tries to get through one, does so, but loses control of the puck in the process. Tries to feed one in front where it doesn't happen and broken up. And here come the Vipers, but it's Blakely that comes away with it. Now Rice breaks that play up, and Spear backhands it to Ormsby. Ormsby, surrounded by Chargers, slowly gets one to Smith. Smith, that play is off the stick of Tigner. He tries to play it still, doesn't happen. Tigner backhands it straight up to Rice. Will bat it back down. Here comes Smith, fires high and wide off of the shoulder of Carteau. Ormsby will bring it out of the zone for the Vipers momentarily. Now DeGroot with it. He'll go back to Ormsby as the Vipers regroup. It's in the skates of Rice, and he'll have to just send it straight up to Leininger of the opposing team. Comes out to center where Tigner's going to play it. Shoots it 90 degrees into the wall, and it's off the hand of McComb standing on the bench. With 5:24 to go, Chargers get a little bit of pressure there, but can't really get anything into the zone.
Yeah, the Carroll obviously opposite start of what they had on Wednesday against Homestead. They got to kind of regather here, now down by 2, as the faceoff is won in the neutral zone by the Vipers.
Spear backhands it into the zone where Demiri takes the mantle of holding the puck. But he backs it right out to DeGroot. DeGroot off the near side wall. It's picked up by Demiri. He tries to body him off, does so, separating him from the puck, but he's going to get a penalty on that as Scully touches up for the Vipers. With 5:06 to go it's going to be a power play for the Chargers looking to cut the deficit in half.
DeGroot for the trip. But yeah, a good opportunity for the Chargers here to get one on the board and get this back down to a 1-goal game with 5:06 here left in the first period.
Woolham wins the draw, but McKinley gets to it first and smacks it straight down, and he's going to pressure Phillips now going for the puck. Just loses the foot race, but he goes into a better position anyways, gets past him. But Chargers still forced to bring it out again with Phillips. Goes cross ice for Ringenberg, who will pass it right into the middle of the ice for McKinley. Chipped ahead for McKinnon. He's in a foot race with Demiri. He'll win that race, slowly take it into the corner where Demiri bodies him off and picks up the puck. McKinnon lifts his stick and takes it away, cuts to the middle. Faces some stick pressure, and he's just going to go for a skate. Quickly just flips it straight back where it's into the skate of the linesman. McKinley takes over. Now over to Ridge, and he'll just fire it straight down into the netting. And we'll have a whistle with 1 minute and 17 seconds remaining on the penalty to DeGroot, 4:23 in the period.
Obviously, Carroll's struggling to get it inside the zone. The Vipers doing a good job keeping them away from their blue line, to be honest. I don't think Carroll's really gotten it inside the zone outside of the initial faceoff.
No, they really haven't, but here comes Blakely, Burge, and Leininger, arguably the best line for Carroll. Blakely wins the draw, and Leininger is going to get it. We'll see if he holds on to it. He does, instead of opting to just slap it down into the corner, which happens now. Ridge recovers. He's going to look immediately to fire it down so. And that'll burn a few more seconds with 1 minute to go now. It'll be Tigner down, starting the breakout. Pass just catches the stick of Burge. He skates through center and gains the line. He's got no support, but Ormsby trips him up, no call. Now Blake Ridge takes a check from Burge, a little high, and that one's going to get called.
Roughing. So looks like it's going to be on Carroll. That effectively kills DeGroot's penalty.
Yep.
Definitely kind of missed the trip on that one, to be honest.
Well, we'll have to see how this one goes. We'll play 4-on-4 for 44 seconds before the Vipers will take over and have a power play for about 1 minute and 16 seconds, if my quick math is right.
Yeah, about 1 minute 16. They'll have the man advantage.
It'll mean McComb and Blakely on the draw. There's a tie-up. Brown gets it, but Tigner smacks it straight down, and it's going to be behind the net. And that's going to be an icing because he was behind the red line, and it's 4-on-4.
That's the old Dan Schiebel still doing what he loves. Goal judge for the Comets, former coach of the Leo Lions, now official for high school hockey.
A well-known name in the Fort Wayne hockey community as that pass goes wide. That shot goes wide, but Carroll still has it. Tigner can't handle it totally, but it still comes out to Brown. Off the wall, it gets into the zone where Spear will chase it down for the Vipers. He's got McComb in the middle. Doesn't send it to him yet. Holds on. Leininger closing on him. And he'll lose the puck. Leininger has it now. He'll skate it behind his own net with 10 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. He'll try and slow things down and potentially just wait this out and send it down once it becomes a Viper power play.
I think you're just going to let the power play run out.
Well, that'll be the play, and happens a little bit early. They're not going to call it for an icing.
That should have been an icing because...
Yeah, now they'll call it. Dan Schiebel kind of snoozing a little bit on that one. The near side official who initiates the icing call had his arm up, but Schiebel didn't call that one, but we'll get it blown dead anyways. 1 minute and 11 on the penalty to Burge.
Yeah, the reason why that is considered icing, even though the penalty did come off and technically Carroll was on the penalty kill at that time, was the shot was initiated, the icing was initiated when they were still 4-on-4. That's why that was still an icing.
This one will not be an icing as Woolham smacks it down the ice with 1 minute to go on the power play. Hall stops it and DeGroot will pick it up. The Vipers will look to get it going. McKinnon has it now on the near side. He'll go far side for Ormsby. And there's a little 3-on-2 entry here for the Vipers. Ormsby still holds it. He slowly walks in but cuts back. DeGroot has it. He'll walk to the middle. Goes over to McKinnon, far side for Ormsby. Gets there off the stick of Woolham. He'll fire in front of the net. That one might be in. Nope, not going to happen. McKinley in the corner now. Pass McKinnon up to DeGroot. He goes to Ormsby. Ormsby looking to shoot. Toe drag. Shoots. Save. Rebound. Into his own teammate. McKinnon shot. DeGroot has it now back again up top. He shoots, and that's the second one a mile wide by DeGroot today. Phillips there for Carroll, battling with McKinley. Reasoner comes in to pick the puck up for the Vipers. He fends off a defender until Woolham knocks it away from Ormsby, and the puck comes out to center. DeGroot gives it to McKinnon. McKinnon back to DeGroot with less than 10 seconds on the power play. Woolham smacks it away from DeGroot, and he'll go retrieve it in the corner. Going to eat the puck here for a few seconds as Burge's penalty will expire. He'll go straight to the ice. DeGroot breaks it out to Ormsby. Shift off the wall to Spear, and out come the Vipers. Woolham takes Spear down with him, but McKinley takes over, tries to feed to the middle for McKinnon, but it's knocked into the corner by Demiri. Now McKinley with it again, faces some stick pressure. A shot from Scully is saved by Carteau, and it's batted down the ice by Carroll. Hall will come out and stop this one for his teammate. A little bit of a miscommunication between Scully and Ridge on who would pick it up, but Ridge feeds it straight through the legs of a Carroll player, where McKinnon leaves it for Scully. Now Spear has it. He's bodied by Burge off the puck, but it's just thrown back up the ice. Leininger now brings it into the zone for Carroll, but it's stopped by Burge. Not Burge, excuse me, that's Ridge. Tigner now for Carroll has it in his own zone. Looking up ice, stopped by Coach, maybe a high stick. Maybe a high stick. Nothing called. Leininger has it at the blue line. He can't get it deep, but Burge tries to now. It's taken up by another Carroll player. Spear now with it in the corner. Gets it up the wall where Burge takes over for Carroll. Leininger walks, shoots high over the glove of Hall. Fired by Demiri. There's a penalty upcoming. Looks like it'll be on the Vipers. Burge with it behind the net. The goalie is out for Carroll. Doesn't matter. The player can't get onto the scene before it's touched by the Vipers. And with 23.4 seconds left in the first, there's another Fort Wayne Vipers penalty, and Carroll will go back on the PP.
Looks like it's going to be on the Ridge.
Vipers. So Ridge will sit too. It's going to be an interference penalty. We'll see if Carroll can get anything going here with the face-off in the O-zone and 23.4 on the clock. It's Woolham in for the draw. He's going against Reasoner, the penalty killer for the Vipers. He's out there with McComb, DeGroot, and Christian Brown. Woolham wins the draw clean. Demiri winds and fires. That one's deflected wide. And it'll come all the way out of the zone where Carroll will have to regroup with about 15 seconds on the clock. Clanky, cross ice for Demiri. He'll bring it across. He fires again. This one goes high. I think deflected off a Viper's stick. Carroll still recovers, feeds to the middle, nobody home. Reasoner chips it out to center. Woolham has it as the clock winds down. 2 seconds, 1 second. And that'll do it for the first period as Woolham tries to bring it in. And with 1:36 still to go on the power play for Carroll when we start off the second period, the Vipers lead 2-0. This is Indiana High School Hockey on SummitCitySports.com. Welcome back, SummitCitySports.com, bringing you some live Fort Wayne High School hockey. Not on YouTube today, folks. I know some of you are probably surprised to see that, but because of some of the new YouTube rules, we're not allowed to stream multiple games on that site at a time. So if there's a basketball game or something like that going on, you'll find these games on Facebook or Periscope or on our website. As Rittenberg has it for the Chargers, he'll shoot it into the glove of Hall. And there will be a face-off to the left of the goaltender, Michael Hall. 1:29 still to go on the power play for the Chargers. Facing down a 2-0 deficit here early in the second period. Wollum in the draw against Reasoner. He wins it to Phillips. Cross to Demiri. Wollum been pretty good on these face-offs so far. Burge has it now down low. Takes his time walking it across. Now Demiri has it. Pressure by McComb. He'll walk down. Gives it to Burge. Phillips in the center. He fires through the block of Reasoner and into the glove of Hall. High to the left of Hall, actually. And we'll run the same face-off back again. New penalty killers coming out for the Vipers.
Yeah, minute 11 remaining in the power play for Carroll as they get set here to try to get on the board here.
Same power play unit out for the Chargers. Wollum, this one goes to the wall where DeGroot will clear it straight down. And Carto will stop it. Demiri will look to start the breakout. Goes to Wollum. Wollum looks cross ice, but it's blocked by McKinnon and goes right back into the Carroll zone with 50 seconds on the power play. Demiri plays it off the wall where Burge leaves the puck after he thought he was going to get hit by Ormsby. Now Demiri again, pressured by McKinnon. McKinnon breaks up that pass. He'll take over and go for a skate. Under some pressure, so he'll just turn and fire it down the ice. Or Carroll will have to try and break out for like the fourth time. That pass into the middle of the ice. Burge dodges the check. Here comes Carroll with a little bit of speed. Burge has Blakely going to the net. Looks to go to Wollum, but broken up by Scully. But Wollum still has it. Over to Phillips. Phillips now across for Demiri. Toe drags around Ormsby. Fires high into the wide of the goal mouth. Phillips comes pinching down and keeps it in for Carroll. Burge takes over and gets it back up to Demiri. Power play about to expire for the Chargers as Burge has it at the top of the circle. He cuts to the middle. Ormsby has it. Almost had a player if he wanted to fire it straight down, but he just sends it to that player on the wall. That's Gross who comes for the penalty. Now Phillips sends it up the wall, and that one will go missing the stick of Scully, but no icing called. Mulholland for Carroll fires it off the back of the net. Here come the Vipers trying to break out now. Held in at the line by Mulholland, and he'll forecheck. Scully sends it up the wall to Spear. Spear dodges a couple of players for Carroll, and the Vipers looking for a potential 3-on-1 if they hurry. Spear fires low into the 5-hole of Carto, who will hold for a whistle. 12:44 to go in the second period.
It's obviously not the result on the power play that Carroll wanted. Definitely Vipers doing a good job there, holding them in their own zone. They had to break out, like I said, about 5 attempts at a breakout before they finally got it out and down the ice, but eventually resulted into not much of a chance.
Gross and Mulholland tie up off the draw, but it's the Vipers that come away with it. Rice sends it into the corner where Carroll battles for it. Coach on the scene for the Vipers. He's joined by Gross. Spear down low, but Mulholland will get it up onto the far side. Play is kept in by Gross, but it still nonetheless will come out to Mulholland. Smacks it by Brown, and Coach will try and send it back up the ice. Sends it over a cluster of players there right at the line, but Carroll still has it. Drinkall almost had to get it out for the Chargers. The sauce is off of Gross. Brown now has it at center. He'll chip it in where Carson Carto goes back to stop it. Under pressure, almost squeaks out into the center of the ice, but nobody there for the Vipers to cash in. Brown has it again now at the center of the ice. He goes to a changing Vipers bench. Spear almost has it. That's not Spear, excuse me. But that shot goes wide from Kyler Smith. McKinley has it. He sends it straight back in up the strong side where it's taken over by Carroll and sent down for an icing.
I do apologize on that. Kind of laughing under the play there. Spear trying to get over the boards before the offsides is calling it up. Jumping fast and lost his balance and kind of took a tumble over the boards, trying to make sure he got off the ice for the onside play.
A little bit of confusion over there on the Vipers bench as that puck comes as they're trying to make a forward change. Will be McComan on the draw for the Vipers. He loses that one cleanly to Woolham. Blakely sends it up the wall where DeGroot holds it in for the time being. McKinley has it. He tries to go around Blakely, but DeGroot has it now at center. Sends it back down to McKinley. He's got it at the sound of the goal line. Tries to walk it across. Stuffs it right into the shoulder of the goalie Carteau with 11:15 to go.
Good job by Carteau once again. Just sealing the ice, making sure there's not much that's able to get through here, as he's making sure he keeps his team into this as long as he can, being down to nothing with about 11-12 left here in the second period.
Puck still down in the corner over there. It's McKinley who comes away with it. He goes across to Ridge. Ridge tries to shoot. That one's wide. Clanky with it for Carroll. He gets it up to Ringenberg, who will just send one down where it will become an icing. Brandon, a lot of just throwing the puck around, it seems like, whether that be up the strong side or on a breakout, not really just taking an extra second to kind of take a look.
Yeah, I mean, as coming from the goaltending perspective, one thing you should do is help your defenseman, communicate with your defenseman, hey, you got bench side open, or go chip off boards, right side. Just that communication that I don't think is quite there yet, and they're just kind of throwing them.
Well, here comes Langer. He gets around one, bumped off by DeGroot, straight into the official. Blakely and Ridge for their opposing sides battle for it in the corner. Looks like Reasoner hit with the puck. His clearing attempt is muffed, but still gets out where Demiri takes over. He shoots it straight into Ormsby, but it doesn't hit the net. Looked like it might have moved. Ridge tries to close on Blakely, who is all alone at center ice, but Ridge comes away with it in his own zone. Goes to DeGroot. 2 Carroll players on that side, and he goes to one of them. That's Leininger, who is suddenly met by 3 Viper players. Ormsby rims it around the back wall. Ridge fans on the puck. Burge now there for Carroll. Blakely takes over in the corner. He'll cycle it down low where DeGroot meets it. Sends it back up the same spot to Ormsby. Now here comes Scully. Gross. But it's sent straight back in by Carroll, where DeGroot will take over. Under some pressure, flips a small one down into the corner for Gross, where Burge has it now for Carroll top of the circles. He tries to feed a backhander in front. A little bit of chaos in front of the net, but it looks like Michael Hall is able to find it. Carroll's arms are up like they think they might have scored, but no Chargers pleading their case and no indication from the official. So with 9:37 to go, the score remains 2-0. We'll have a face-off to the right of the goaltender, Michael Hall.
Yeah, good job by Hall. He was able to get the pad down in. As he brought it down, it landed on top of the puck, and he was good, strong enough on the legs to put as much pressure down on it to make sure that his pad didn't move, and B, that the puck didn't slide under the pad and into the net.
Mulholland and McKinnon will step into the draw. Referee just getting into position now, and we'll drop this one here shortly. Tie up. Vipers get to it first. Phillips sends it down in the corner for Carroll. Scully has to try and retrieve for the Vipers. He's under some pressure. Taken down, no penalty. And Carroll has it. They try and feed it across. McComb tips it out wide. Now Phillips has it. He loses it, jumps over his stick. McComb will get it to McKinley. We'll have a penalty of the Chargers when they touch it. McKinley in the corner now. Cycles down low to McComb. Still has it now, circling behind his own net. The goaltender is off for the Vipers with the extra attacker on. It comes up to Rice. Rice loses it. It'll come out of the zone. Carroll will not touch up yet. Rice gets it back head. It's off the referee. And now Carroll will get a touch after it bounces off the referee instead of going straight to McComb at the wall for the Vipers.
Looks like Phillips is going to go to the box. That is number, try to find here on our sheet, Sam Phillips, number 71, for a hook. I believe that would be the first penalty of the period.
First unit out for the Vipers. Carroll counters with Blakely and Leininger. Ormsby on defense for the Vipers. Gets it across the ice to Reasoner. He'll slow down, give it to McKinnon, and misses McKinnon. DeGroot with it, goes to Ormsby, who has to send it into the corner as he doesn't have full control. Woolham rims it around. Can Ormsby get there? No, he can't. He'll come all the way down under intense pressure from Leininger, who's going to win that puck race. Ormsby tries to cut him off, does so with a little bit of a slash, and now a high stick from Leininger. Nothing called. The Vipers come away with it. DeGroot gains center. Now he's into the zone. Looking for a shot. He shoots it off of Demiri, almost a goal. But it comes up to McKinnon at the top of the point. Under some pressure, he sends it down low into the corner for McKinley. McKinley gets a stick lift, and it's cleared out of the zone. Saved by McKinnon. Reasoner now sends a backhand on net, and now it will actually come out for Carroll. Ormsby back, tries to send it immediately up to absolutely nobody. Woolham with it now, a little 2-on-1 developing, but it's stopped by Ormsby. Now Michael Scully has it. He'll get it up to Koch. Dangles through one, dangles through two, loses control. Gross has it. That shot's blocked. Now walking in the middle is Brown. He'll fire, deflected down low by Spear. Puck is in front again, but Carroll comes up with it. 40 seconds on the power play as it comes out to center. And they'll call a penalty on the Vipers, I believe, is the Carroll parents looking for a call. They'll get it. It's a hook to John Spear with 38 seconds to go in the power play and 7:35 to go in the period.
That's what I see the penalty, but I thought it was a slash for a second there rather than a hook. So 2 hookings called in the span of a minute 28.
Gross and Burge in for the draw. Schiebel drops the puck, and we're off. 4-on-4 for about 30 seconds. Burge comes away with it for Carroll. He skates down the center, tries to dangle through one, doesn't happen. Max Fiedler on the scene for Carroll. But Christian Brown had it momentarily. His stick flops away from him. He'll have to kick it down the ice where Tigner has it now for Carroll. Coach returns the favor for the Vipers. He tries to get it in the zone. Doesn't happen. Now Burge has it near side. Goes around Scully. Scully still maintains some position on him. Burge cuts in, shoots. Michael Hall with the save with 8 seconds remaining on 4-on-4 hockey before Carroll takes over for about a minute and 20 seconds of power play time with 7 minutes to play in the second period.
Yeah, definitely Carroll looking to get something going here, being down 2-0. Obviously not the start they were looking for after coming out strong against a Homestead team that was, or still is pretty good, but are having trouble trying to find their identity right now. But we'll see if Carroll can get something going here.
Blakely with the shot for Carroll off the pad of Hall, and it goes to Blake Ridge, who will clear it for the Vipers. That's not going to be an icing. Goes past Carteau. He doesn't try and stop it. Blakely comes back and will start it for Carroll. 5-on-4 for Carroll, about a little over a minute remaining in that penalty. Now Woolham with it. He'll gain the red line. Face some pressure from McKinnon, knocked away from him. McKinnon clears it down. Carroll looking to set up a breakout. Tigner gives it to Blakely, who will bring it ahead. He passes to Ringenberg, misses his stick, but goes on goal, no ice. Blake Ridge first there. He's going to look to immediately clear it just past the outstretched arm of Blakely and down the ice. McComb in a foot race with Tigner. McComb gets there first with 35 seconds to go on the power play. McComb goes 1-on-4 with Chargers for a moment, kills some time, and they'll have to still retreat again as he goes for a change. I believe that's Ringenberg looking to start the breakout. Skates right into Reasoner, doesn't get any hit. Now Warren brings it across the blue line. Into the corner, he has a burnout. That was a nasty one. But McKinnon flips it all the way out, and that one's going to go just short. 10 seconds on the power play. Reasoner puts pressure on. Now Alexander Austin with it. Austin Ormsby takes over, fired down, where Brody Burge tries to win a race with Scully. He'll buy Scully off. He's forced to send it around where it's taken over by DeGroot.
Back to even strength.
Sends it into the open ice with 5:20 to go. And as Brandon said, Reasoner a shot across. That one's deflected by Phillips. But it comes all the way out to DeGroot at the point. He winds and fires. That one goes wide. Scully tries to hold it in, does so. But Phillips is there for Carroll. Now here comes Carroll. That's Davies with it. Got Burge in support. Can't get it to him. Phillips tries now, but it goes in the zone to no one in particular. Scully will recover for the Vipers. Someone yelling about offsides. It's Ben Mulholland, I think, who's way off. Burge brings it across, tries to feed to the middle. Broken up. Now the Vipers trying to start it ahead. Ormsby takes over. He's going to go 2-on-2. Has Smith in support. Gets around Phillips. Drops it for Smith, who fires. Doesn't get much of it. McKinley, he's dumped by Burge. Playing pretty physical for his size right now. Leininger tries to get there. Rice meets him. Davies carries it in, but it's offsides as Leininger is still about 2 feet inside the line. 4:23 to go in the second period.
Coach and staff for the Vipers aren't very happy with that hit that was laid on by, that was given to McKinley or McKinnon. I'm not sure which one it was.
That was Burge on McKinley.
Yeah, coach and staff for the Vipers not very happy that that one wasn't called. They felt it might have been interference. But we play on here, 4:23 left in the second, 2-0 in favor of the Vipers.
Yeah, I think they object. That hit was a little bit late, it seemed like, to McKinley. Puck was gone. Nonetheless, McComb tries to get it out for the Vipers, but he's met there by a couple of Chargers. The battle continues. It's still there. Goes down in the corner now where Cam Brown tries to flip it out. McKinley takes over. They have a momentary 3-on-2 if they hurry. He'll just try and chip it around Tigner. Tigner stops it. He recovers the puck. McKinley almost still got by him. Here comes Tigner carrying it across the line. Keaton Rice tries to hold him up. McKinley recovers for the Vipers. Now here comes Brown. He's got McKinnon. He'll give it to him. McKinnon, the league leading scorer, gets around the corner. Now he's in the corner. Spin move. Up top now to McComb. McComb walks, sets himself, fires off the pad of Carteau. McKinley now. Battle ensues with 3.5 still in the period. Puck is sent out of the zone. Rice there for the Vipers. He can't quite find it in his pads a little bit. Sends it in now where Tigner's got it. He's just going to send it down. And it will become an icing. 3:05 to go in the second period.
Well, not much happening here in the period from what I have written down here. Just 2 penalties. Phillips with the hook at 8:56, and then Spear with the hook at 7:34. Both of them were killed off, but outside of that, back and forth.
First line out there for the Chargers. Blakely loses that draw, but it doesn't matter because it comes all the way out of the zone where Ormsby, in a defensive spot, I think, is going to have to chase that one down. He fires it straight towards Koch, misses his stick. Demir has it now. Sends it straight up the strong side where Burge has it at center. He'll try and cut through 2 defenders, does so, but it goes straight to Michael Hall before he can make another play on it.
Conversation going on between Ormsby and Burge. Burge was still trying to play the puck with Hall covering, and obviously Ormsby took exception trying to protect his goaltender.
Reisner and Blakely in for the draw. Tied up momentarily. Ormsby comes away with it. He circles behind his own net. Tries to cut back on Blakely. He keeps on the puck. Now reverses it for Scully. Burge is going to meet him there. Doesn't throw a hit. McKinley tries to get it out. He does. Has no teammate support. Gets back into the zone now for Ormsby. He's going to circle back. Puts it off the wall to Smith. No weak side support, so it goes all the way to the weak side anyways. Clanky there for Carroll. Takes a second, but dumps it in with 2:15 to go in the period. Ormsby in the corner now. Takes a second, reverses it to Smith. He's not ready for it. Clanky tries to send it right back in. Off a mass of bodies. The puck bounces around for a little bit before it comes out to Leininger. Reisner will keep that one away from him for a second and force him back. That one is just off the top of the glass into the protective netting. And with 1:51 to go, we'll have a change. It looks like this one's going to come all the way into the Carroll zone, actually. So they must have ruled that Leininger was still inside the zone when he chipped that puck into the netting. Ridge tries to hold it for the Vipers. Not going to happen there. It's brought ahead now by Carroll. Here comes Woolen. He's got support, fires high and wide. Kept in at the blue line, but that player falls. Here comes John Spear. Facing some pressure. Phillips forces him to chip it in. Coach pursues. And now here comes, I believe, Ringenberg for the Chargers as there's a battle at the wall. Excuse me, that was Max Fiedler for the Chargers. The group dumps it in. Where Carroll picks it up again. Now Spear. This just sits in the neutral zone for a few seconds. Davies can't quite handle it and will sit there again. Now played at the far side wall. Coach has it for a second. Spear takes over, gets a bump from Woolen. Now Coach again. He's met at the wall by Phillips. Dodges that check. Woolen in a battle for the Chargers. Then it comes out to center for Ridge. 52 seconds to go. Straight off with the skate of number 88 for the Chargers. That's Davies. But Blake Ridge has it again. He tries to bring it around. He's bumped. There is going to be a penalty. I don't know what they're going to call. It seemed like a clear check. But Chappelle is going to call, I think that's a rough.
It looked like a good check. I mean, if he was closer to the boards and maybe a harder, I could see a board or a check from behind because it was on the numbers, but
I would have to agree on that one, Brandon. I mean, he could have been a board if he hit him harder, but I mean, it was more like almost Ridge just kind of lost his footing and just got a slight bump that knocked him off of his feet. But either way, that's going to be a power play for the Vipers. They're going to get fresh ice here in 35 seconds. Scully starts to break out to McKinnon. He looks for a stretch pass to McComb. It's broken up by Demiri. And it comes all the way into the Carroll zone. Leininger is going to try and send this one around. Fans a little bit on it. McKinley picks it up at the top of the circles. Leininger gets around him, and he's going to try and turn and burn. Chips it around Brown. 10 seconds to go. He's going to give that one up. And that is probably going to do it here for the second period as McKinnon looks to just hold. No one in any rush to keep it going. And we're going to go to the second intermission with the Vipers leading 2-0 over the Carroll Chargers. They'll have a minute and 22 seconds left on the power play when we come back from the second intermission. You're watching Indiana High School Hockey on SummitCitySports.com.
We have to do this. A bit of a hill.
His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere.
A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
Do you see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more. Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
Welcome back inside the Parkview Sport One Ice House for some high school hockey. We're at the second intermission, and our score is 2-0. The Fort Wayne Vipers lead Carroll. We'll take a quick recap of the scoring on how we got here. It was in the first period with 8:39 to go. Austin Reasoner on the power play gets this one from Jared McKinley and Austin Ormsby. Jared McKinley, one of our scoring leaders here in the city. That brings his total to 4 points for the season, but he makes it 5 here in this next one, scoring with 6:21 to go. The assist to Keegan McComb. Just a great job here. Carteau kind of loses this one and, almost dives back and might have hit that one in himself. So a tough goal to give up there, but since then, zeros on the scoreboard. But, Brandon, that could change when we come out of this intermission. The Vipers, that dangerous Viper power play that already has 1 goal tonight, is going to be on the power play for 1:22. After a roughing penalty to Carroll's Cameron Davies.
Yeah, that's kind of a bad penalty to take there by Davies. But then again, it's bad because of timing-wise. But as we talked about, I don't think, to be honest, it was necessarily a penalty. Now, he hit him in the numbers, yes. But if it was harder and more directly into the boards, then I could see like a boarding or a check from behind, which in this case would be a 2 and a 10 at the minimum. But I don't see a rough there at all.
Yeah, kind of a little weak fall there into the boards by Blake Ridge. Not really a big check or anything that I would think would warrant a roughing penalty either. But you know what? The referee calls them, not us. So I guess we'll just have to go with it. But it's going to put the Vipers' power play on another chance. While we have a second here, let's get in a quick word from a couple of our sponsors. Of course, today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports and like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana. Our specialized sports medicine team offers direct access to physical therapy and sports physicians in our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. No referral needed, saving you time and money. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more. Intermission starting to wind down here, Brandon. What do you think Carroll's going to have to do out of the gate here to, start bringing this one back and cut the deficit?
As I mentioned in the pregame and as I mentioned in the game against Homestead, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Leininger's having a bit of a rough night. Homestead's watching him closely after his performance last week. So they're going to have to now find that secondary scoring, which right now it's not there. So they're going to really have to look for other players that Homestead wouldn't expect to get the goal, kind of get them those dirty goals, the rebounds, clean up the garbage, so to speak.
Yeah, you did mention that earlier, and of course the loss of Devin Perry for the time being definitely not helping that situation, but one player who I thought has had a fairly solid game tonight, hasn't put any goals on the score sheet, but has definitely done his part on faceoffs and has had a lot to do with some of the offense Carroll's had, is Chris Woolham, the senior. 2 points on the season, was quiet on Wednesday night, but that line is having, I think, a better game tonight than they did on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. He's done a very good job on the face-off circle. I think Brody Birch has done a good job as well when it comes to face-off-wise, but as I mentioned, Carroll's just got to find a way to get something on the board, and they're going to have to be honest, they're going to have to do it pretty much right out of the gate, because if this goes, 15 on the clock, if they don't even have a good opportunity by like 7 minutes left, 6 minutes left, I don't think they'd have enough time. If they do even get one, the way the Vipers are playing defensively, I just don't think even with the 7-6 minutes that they would have as strong of a chance to get a goal, as we've gone 30 minutes already and there's not much there to show for.
Yeah, Carteau for the Chargers, though, still doing a good job of kind of keeping them in this one. 2-0, still within reach with some of the forwards that Carroll does have if they can get it going. I want to talk a little bit now about the Vipers. Brandon, who do you think is really driving the bus for them right now with this 2-goal lead?
To be honest, I think they're all kind of driving it, to be honest. They're all playing pretty good team hockey together. But if I had to single out a couple people, one comes to mind is Austin Ormsby with his speed. He gets around a lot of people fast. He's able to control the puck quite well. Reasoner's there. He's got he had the power play goal to start off, but McKinley, he's leading right now with 2 points. So there's a couple names that can easily be identified as the person who's leading the way. It's just what I'm trying to say here. How would you view it as what you're looking for as leading the way? In terms of play and forecheck, I would probably pick Ormsby. In terms of production scoring on the sheet, it'd be McKinley. As part of, obviously, Michael Hall leading the way, making sure the pucks are stopped. So, there's a lot of different ways you can view as who is leading the charge. It's just, you kind of got to take your pick right now.
Yeah, definitely. Michael Hall, the traditional backup for this team, he's doing a pretty good job hanging in there and preserving this 2-goal lead for the Vipers. You talk about Jared McKinley, and one line that I think stands out production-wise, of course, with those 2 goals, is that line with McKinley, Trevor McKinnon, who coming into today was the league scoring leader. I think McKinley's taking that over. And Keegan McComb, a couple of guys that have been playing together for 3 or 4 years now. They clearly have a good amount of chemistry, and they've been putting the pressure on. It seems like they're always, having the puck in the offensive zone. And they might have a chance here on this power play to put another one home for their team. Well, these teams are coming out here onto the ice. I think we'll try and step aside for 30 seconds if we can. This is Indiana High School Hockey on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, an expert will guide you every step of the way. or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Welcome back. Third period action getting underway here. It will be McKinley, McKinnon, Reesner, Ormsby, and DeGroot starting this power play for the Vipers. 1:22 to go on that, but they'll lose the faceoff. It still comes right to Ormsby, where DeGroot has it now. He gets it up the wall to McKinnon, who gains the red line. He skates it into the corner, then tries to pivot, sends it up the wall to DeGroot in the center, walks to the point. Looks like he might shoot, tries to go back down to McKinnon. McKinnon with it now. He walks to the top of the blue line, goes across for DeGroot off of his skate. Liner will have the opportunity to send it straight down with 55 seconds to go. Ormsby there now, skates behind his net for the Vipers. Mishandles it for a second, but it gets up to DeGroot. DeGroot under pressure from Liner has to stop for a second. Now Ormsby tries to go cross to McKinnon. McKinnon brings it back into his own zone, up to DeGroot, into now Jared McKinley. Finally into the zone, but it's taken over immediately by Carroll. DeGroot knocks that clearing attempt down, but they still have to refocus. Phillips sends a weak one around to, I think that's Tigner in the corner. He battles with McKinley. His penalty is 15 seconds away from expiring. DeGroot has it. He tries to walk to the middle. Leininger almost had a burst of speed there to get around, but he just backhands it into the far corner. Michael Hall directed there for Ormsby. Takes a hit from Leininger, and up the ice comes Spencer DeGroot. He goes cross ice as the Carroll player comes out of the box. That'll be an icing. And we'll come all the way down, 13:33 in the third period. And Carroll has successfully killed the penalty, Brandon.
That was step one of obviously trying to claw their way back in here. As I mentioned, they're really going to need to get one relatively soon if they're going to have a good chance of trying to come back and win.
Yeah, we saw on Wednesday night as the puck comes out to the blue line, shot through traffic, gets to Hall. They try and bat at it again, and it's blown dead by the official. We saw on Wednesday night Carroll coming in with a 4-1 lead against Homestead in the third period, and we're almost just hanging on for dear life after the first few minutes when Homestead tied the game with, I think, about 7-ish minutes maybe to go.
Yeah, I think about that time they came back and definitely made it very interesting. We'll see if Carroll can replicate that Homestead did, but not like this.
Amiri can't handle it. Spear chases it down where Carteau sends it ahead for Carroll, diffusing that scoring chance. Now it's played ahead. Gross tries to send it into the Carroll zone. He does, but Carroll immediately starts their own breakout and continues to send it up to the Vipers on the strong side. Scully chips it down low. Spear on the scene. Demiri has to play it first. I believe that's Ringenberg who tries to play it ahead for Carroll. Misses his intended target, Wollum, and it will go down for an icing.
Yeah, definitely a great chance there by Spear. I wonder what would have happened if he was able to catch up to that.
Yeah, who knows? It looked like even if he did catch up to it, might not have had time to adjust and get a good shot. Probably would have been near the bottom of the circle when he got to that one. Ormsby wins the draw. Carroll takes it away. DeGroot bodies the player off the puck, and it's Leininger who has it now. Reesner with the Vipers. He sends it long for Ormsby off of his glove. Great stretch pass. Tough angle. Tries to toe drag around Cameron Craig. Sends it forward straight into the side of the goal, where it will be held by Carteau for a whistle with 12:33 to go in the third.
Great breakout there by the Vipers, giving the lob pass over to Ormsby there, but unable to really get it settled down there as he had to go behind the net before he could finally get a real good handle on it.
Yeah, luckily for Carroll, there was a defenseman there as that puck goes off the stick of Smith and into the corner. He bats it down to the opposite corner. Behind the net, Burge tries to send it up for Carroll. Leininger has it. He's got to circle back. The Carroll forwards, and really the forwards on both teams, have been starting a lot of breakouts from behind their own net instead of the defensemen. Clanky can't get it forward for Carroll. Leininger does, but he's all on his own for the time being. He gets around Rice. He's in on his own for a moment. Backhands one. Michael Hall says no to that. And it's behind the net where Carroll has it. In front, misses the stick of Leininger, goes out to Clanky. He tries to send one across. It's blocked by Rice. Opposite corner now. Carroll continues to send it into the corner. That was Max Fiedler. Fiedler now chases it behind the net. He's bodied off the puck by Ormsby. Sticks with it, but it comes out to Clanky, who fires. Reasoner deflects that one high and into the corner. Christian Brown now. Ooh, a big hit there by Leininger. Rattles Reasoner a little bit. Didn't fall, but definitely, shook him for a second. Now Christian Brown passes it ahead. Brody Burge meets it at his own blue line. Reasoner dumps him. That's going to be a penalty. Burge going into the wall awkwardly, and Reasoner's probably going to sit for the rest of the game if I had to guess. With only 11 minutes to go. That one did not look ideal.
Wow. Let's see what he gets. Reasoner, that's good sportsmanship there, making sure Burge was okay. Obviously caught him in the numbers.
Yeah, Burge still visibly shaken up. Reasoner hasn't made his way to the penalty box. Yeah, he does so now. We'll see. It looks like Carroll's going to want an explanation here. They got a bunch of players lingering around the officials' crease. And Kaylee Schrock over there drawing up something for the Vipers. Potentially, maybe something special they're going to try and do here. It is just 2. It's not a 5. It will be in 2 and 10. Smith will go to the box to sit Reasoner's 2. So he'll be done for the game. Reasoner, those are his first PIMs of the season, and there'll be 12. It looks like there might be a little bit of blood, maybe. Or not.
Well, they're bringing a goalie stick out for something.
Yeah, wasn't quite sure. It looks like that's going to go to Yeiser. Not sure what was going on there.
Oh, it's Yeiser's stick. It might have been blood that they picked up and just scooped up with his stick and took it off.
Potentially. All right, 2-minute power play for the Chargers, looking to cut the deficit in half. It would be huge if they could get one here with still over 10 minutes to go. Doesn't start out great as McComb is going to get there for the Vipers in the near side corner, but it's kept in. Goes around to Scully. He's not going to get there first. Davies does. He fires, but it's stopped by McKinnon's skate in the corner. Trying to feed it in front. Nobody there. It's deflected back behind the net. Now in the opposite corner. Woolham takes it. He tries to walk across the top of the circles. They'll turn around and settle things down. It's good out of Carroll. Not forcing it right now. Plenty of time. Ringenberg dangles around one. McKinnon chips it by. He's going to have a break. Woolham back checking hard. He's got McComb behind him. Tries to get it to him, but Woolham fends him off with some solid defense. Ridge smacks it in the zone with a little over a minute to go on the power play. Now Demiri looking up ice. Skates it ahead. Davies off of his stick and right to Scully. From Scully to Ridge. And Carroll has gotten the puck behind the net. Almost a goal there from Ringenberg. Now it goes behind the net again. Carroll has it. Cameron Davies at the top. He fires through traffic. It's deflected wide of the net off the stick of Landon Ringenberg. Davies looks to one-time. It's not going to get there fast enough. Trevor McKinnon, however, does have time to one-time that all the way down the ice with 40 seconds to go on the power play.
Yeah, real quick, that penalty was a check from behind.
Almost too many men there for Carroll as they were changing. The puck flew by.
Whoa.
That was a scary shot there for Carteau off of Koch from the center line. That would have been a tough way to give up a shorthanded goal. Now Demir.
Sorry, Joe. It's just like bounced off the top of his glove and off his helmet.
Leininger, gains the blue line. He chips it down in the corner. Well, he'll get in himself. 10 seconds on the power play. Up to Demiri. He has to handle it. Doesn't get a quick shot off. Cleared off of McKinley. It goes right out to Koch. And finally it's cleared. Back to even strength. McKinley with the burst of speed now going to challenge Demiri. Forces a decision here. Koch battles for it. He comes away with it. He's got support. Doesn't get it to him. Gross has to handle it on his back. Koch with the shot as he's falling. Goes wide of the net. And Leininger has some time to make a decision. 8:55 to go. He goes cross-ice for Demiri, hops over his stick where McKinley stops it for the Vipers, and it's sent back in. Carteau stops it behind the net. Tigner will start the breakout ahead for the Chargers. Trailing 2-0, still plenty of time, but they failed to convert on the power play. Austin Reasoner, the Vipers' leading scorer last year, is out for the remainder of the game. Blakely in the middle of the ice. He shoots 5-hole. Leininger rebounds. Save again by Hall. It's behind the net. DeGroot has it for the Vipers. Doesn't have it on his stick, however, as the puck comes in front of the net. It's batted around by a cluster of players. Christian Brown has it. John Spear, and the Vipers' young line comes out with the 3-on-2. Stop up to Spear, looks for one, but he shoots it straight into Christian Brown. Had Gross on the far side looking for a one-timer. Simon Leininger tries to body Christian Brown. Now here come the Vipers again. Spear with the behind the net. Having to dodge the official there. Blakely gets it for Carroll, and he clears it all the way out. Looks like it's going to go down and become an icing. 7:53 to go.
Yeah, as I mentioned in the intermission, Carroll really running out of time if they're going to have a good chance of getting this tied up. And obviously there's still plenty of time in hockey here. I mean, I've seen goals scored 15 seconds apart from each other. One time it was actually on me. But, yeah, I mean, there's still plenty of time, but the way the Vipers have played defensively, it's just...
Keaton Rice fires through traffic.
They got to get something soon.
That shot from Rice deflected high over the net. Plenty of traffic in front, though, for the Vipers. Woolham grabs it behind the goal. Under some pressure there from the Vipers. It's number 80, excuse me. That's Kyler Smith, just a freshman. Ormsby tries to turn it around, but it goes straight to Woolham. Woolham, one of the seniors on this Carroll team. Scully tries to get it by him, and there's going to be another weak call by Chappelle, I believe. See who that one's on. He's pointing at somebody.
High stick on, going to be on Scully as he tried to go around him.
Yeah, just had that stick up, I guess. Wasn't able to stay in control of his stick, but with the massive bodies right there, I mean, it's a tough situation. So with 7:17, Carroll is going to get another chance on the power play. We'll see if they can convert this time, and it's starting to get down to crunch time if they're going to need 2 goals here. Haven't gotten one yet, so with 7:17, they're going to have to change this pace up rapidly. Demiri goes cross-ice for Fiedler. It misses his stick. DeGroot picks it up for the Vipers. The alternate captain will slam one down the ice to McKinley. McKinley 1-on-2. Dangles around one. Gets him losing his footing. Off the pad of, that's Carteau. Facing some pressure from Woolham. A couple of bodies. Gets around Demiri and throws one in front. That's off the pads of Carteau. Keegan McComa's now there for the Vipers. And Ringenberg gets it for the Chargers out of that battle. He just bats it off of the wall and all the way down. I must have forgot the situation because that's going to be an icing. And it'll come all the way down. Carroll trailing 2 on a power play. That's just something you cannot have happen.
Yeah, definitely, as you said, running out of time. And quite frankly, they need to get something here. I mean, you can't – they're getting a lot of chances here. I mean, this is their third or pretty much their second power play in the span of just about 3 minutes here. So they're getting the chances, it's just not converting right now.
Leininger takes over for Carroll. He burns a tire. Blakely has it. Toe drags one with a shot off the post, I think. Woolham now. Blake Ridge in front of the net. Leininger tries to take it for the Chargers. Definitely had the puck on his stick plenty tonight. Just hasn't been able to keep up that scoring pace he was on Wednesday. It gets by Woolham at the point. There's a race for it. Spear lifts his stick. He's going to have a bad angle, though, as Woolham drives him into the corner. I think that's Drexler that has it for the Chargers. Now Coach takes it for the Vipers. Behind the net, it all goes off of a skate. It's under Carteau. Didn't know where it was. John Spear was almost just gifted a goal as Carteau just had no clue where that was. I think off of a skate.
Yeah, that one was passed towards the middle, and when it was coming through, it kind of, I don't know, must have hit a patch of snow, and it kind of slid towards Carteau's skate. And he carried it as he slid over. He thought Spear was going to get it, so he dove over.
Tigner now gives a lead pass to Phillips. He tries to dodge the check of Ormsby, now gives him one with his stick high and into the numbers. Not going to get called, though.
You got to really watch these hits with the numbers here. I mean, you obviously want to apply pressure, but you also want to maintain control.
Yeah, we saw a problem with that in the earlier game. A penalty on a elbow late in the game with Homestead chasing. Don't want to see Carroll do the same. Tignan now, cross ice for Austin. He can't handle it. It's off his stick and down to the Viper zone. Keaton Rice sends it up to McKinnon, who plays it off the wall to Ormsby. And it's straight into Schiebel, the linesman. And the battle ensues right next to him. Phillips now has it for Carroll. He's going to look to regroup behind his own net. Up to Tigner, misses his stick, but it gets out. And there is a Viper player there to meet the puck. That's Michael Scully. Phillips tries to bring it up. McKinnon doesn't hit him there. And it's smacked off of a stanchion by Austin. It'll go on net to Michael Hall, and with 4:44 to go, Chargers will have an offensive zone draw. And it looks like they have a player down in front of their bench who might be a little shaken up. That's Woolham. Looks to be all right. Might have just tumbled getting on or off the ice.
4:44 remaining here in the third period. 2-0 is our score in favor of the Vipers. So we'll see where this goes.
Ringenberg, Demiri winds and fires going wide. McKinley picks it up for the Vipers. He sends it straight up the wall. McKinley with it again, tries to do the same thing, but it's broken up earlier in front of the net to DeGroot. He's challenged by, I think that's 15 for the Chargers. Forgive me, I don't know his name at the moment.
Drexler.
There you go. Oh, and a redirect, they score. That's Ringenberg, I think, in front with the tip off the shot from Namiri with 4:22. It is a 2-1 game with the Vipers still leading. A great tip there by Ringenberg. That's his second goal this season, and it's a big one as it gets his team within one.
Yeah, I do believe that is Ringenberg's goal, so he gets the tip out front. Wait for the official announcement here in a second.
A lineup change here for the Chargers. Drinkle out there in the spot that's usually occupied by Burge, so Burge clearly a little bit rattled by that hit there. They got Riesner in the box. Woolham on it for Carroll. He'll send it around for Demiri. It misses his stick. Leininger has it now. He looks to get it ahead. He goes cross ice for Scully. Tries to intercept for the Vipers, but it misses both of them. Blakely chases it down, but DeGroot is there to stop that from happening. The pass in front is cleared out by the Vipers to the blue line. Leininger has it now in the high slot. Shoots, saved by Michael Hall. Rebound still there for Blakely behind the net. McComb will take it from him. But Blakely takes it right back. Michael Scully battles down in the corner. Keegan McComb there as well. 3 Chargers, 3 Vipers in the corner. It comes away. Blakely tries to feed it in front, but it's not going to happen. Keegan McComb has it now. He's got a breakout option with Ormsby, but he'll skate it himself. He gets out to the center of the his own zone before he'll backhand it out. 3:22 to go. The Vipers change. Christian Brown has it. He sends it right back in, but Drinkle is there to stop it. Still being batted around in neutral ice. McKinnon tries to get it in the zone. It's taken by Demiri. Demiri gains the red line, loses control, trying to dodge the check of McComb. Now McComb chips it around Leininger. Excuse me, that's Blakely. Leininger has it for Carroll. It's batted away by Carteau for the time being, where Woolham takes over. McKinley turns it over. Gets it, tries to go in front of the net. Tries to dangle. McKinnon there for the rebound shot. That one's turned aside. Cleared out by Carroll, and it's going to be a race to see if they can wave this icing off. They do, but it goes all the way back out and starts a breakout. Coach there for Carroll, almost gets lit up. McKinnon takes over. He gains the blue line, cuts to the middle of the ice. Sick handling, fires wide of the net. Now Coach has it. Coach tries to get around one. McKinley goes for the net, but Carteau stops it. And with 2:26 to play, the Chargers still trail by 1.
That's excuse me, that was definitely a big goal. Now they got 2 minutes and 26 seconds. This is about 2 minutes after the goal from Ringenberg. So they got about 2 more minutes to really try to get this pushed here.
McKinley walks through. The draw is there in the slot. No one finds it. And it's brought out by Davies. The Vipers keep it in. McKinley just sends it into the corner with plenty of time and space where Koch gets it. He looks to feed one to the front of the net, but it's knocked away by Davies. Davies tries to get it out. Christian Brown seals the wall. Now McKinley has it. He tries to backhand on net. Doesn't get there. He's backhanded to Christian Brown at the top of the point. Now down low. Same thing. Brown with it again. It's cleared out of the zone. The Vipers will have to regroup with about little under 2 minutes to play. It comes all the way down behind their net where McKinley will take over. The Chargers have it now. I believe Davies with it at the top of the zone. Tries to slowly feed one to Leininger. It's broken up. Here comes McKinley. He's going to play 1-on-4 as his teammates go to change. Gets around Woolham, but Woolham forces him into the corner still. And a battle ensues as reinforcements come for the Vipers. Davies tries to bring it ahead, but Ridge is there to smack it home. Leininger brings it ahead. Ormsby misses with the stick check, and Leininger brings it ahead with speed. His teammates are changing too. The goalie comes out for Carroll, and they get the extra attacker on, as there's a battle in the far side corner. A minute to play here. 2-1 still for the Vipers. McComb comes away with it. I think we might have a
Carroll
penalty.
have a power play?
Whatever the call is, we have a high stick. Not sure what team it's going to be on.
Looks like it's on Scully again. That would be back-to-back high sticks on Scully.
Big for the Chargers with 1:02 to go. An empty net, potential 6-on-4. But that does give the Vipers the chance to just shoot away at the net if they want to. It looks like Carroll is going to call a timeout. So with a 1-goal deficit and 1:02 remaining in the game, we'll step aside. This is Indiana High School Hockey on SummitCitySports.com. Welcome back. The net is empty for Carroll. 6-on-4. Woolham wins the draw. Leininger can't handle it immediately. Fires now. It almost comes out of the zone, but Tigner stops that from happening. The Vipers bounce it around, and it's out. Keegan McComb tries to get to it. Can't quite do that. Woolham has it. He's got to circle all the way back into his zone. Passes up the wall to Demiri to the middle, where it's broken up by the Vipers. Keegan McComb's going to have. He's going to chance at the net. That's broken up. Blakely has it. Now it's batted to Ridge. He sends it up to Demiri, who gloves it down, and we're going to have a hand pass, 33.7 seconds
Closing hand
to
on
go.
the puck.
The personnel for Carroll is Woolham, Tigner, Demiri, Fiedler, Blakely, and Leininger. One of those guys is going to have to come off. As for the center ice face-off, they're going to put Carteau back in the net. The killers for the Vipers, McComb, McKinnon, Ormsby, and DeGroot, who just came out on the ice.
See, now that's actually a penalty in the ECHL, closing the hand on the puck. It's one of the new rules that was implemented about a season or two ago.
Blakely wins the draw right to Woolham, who looks to start the play ahead. That's Fiedler that gets it in the zone, but Ormsby has it as the goalie goes back to the bench for Carroll. That play goes out. And now they'll have, I believe, an offensive zone draw.
Should be. 23.6. Definitely plenty of time, but they'll need a pretty good clean win.
Carroll has been pretty good on the face-offs this game. We'll see if they put Woolham in there to take it. They do. Demiri's going to be in a shooting position, and Carroll's going to load the left side, try and crash the net. The win is not to Demiri. McKinley clears it out of the zone. It's a foot race. McKinley gets there. Demiri switches him spots, and as he tries to shoot it, it is deflected down by the Chargers. With 10 seconds to go, Carroll's going to have to make this happen quick, but that's going to be an icing by Fiedler with 6 seconds to go.
That's going to do it.
And that is probably going to ice this one if I had to guess, Brandon. They're going to have to do something very quick if they're going to try and score here with 6 seconds to go.
I mean, we're probably talking the cleanest face-off win I'm probably ever going to see in high school or pretty much any hockey level. And they're going to have to
just send somebody.
I don't even think jet plane will describe how fast someone needs to get down there.
We'll see what happens. The draw is won by Carroll, but they're not going to have time. Demiri sends it all the way down. It's gloved by Ormsby, and that's going to do it. The Fort Wayne Vipers will take this one 2-1 and have a 3-0 record through 3 games, 6 points. And the Carroll Chargers will go to 1-2, still in tie for last place, which is technically tied for second. And these two teams will run it back on Wednesday night. We'll have that one for you here on SummitCitySports.com at 6:40 as the teams salute each other. No handshake line, of course, because of Corona. But again, your final score is the Fort Wayne Vipers 2, Carroll 1. We'll see you back here on Wednesday. This has been Indiana High School Hockey on SummitCitySports.com.